What is happening, guys? I'm coming through with another video. This is a video request, and we're going to get straight into this video. This person wanted me to do this video on male narcissists because I speak dominantly on this channel of female narcs, and that is because, like I've mentioned in other videos before, that I've dealt with most of this and majority women in the past. So that's why I might say things more towards female narcs than male narcs. But then again, I have dealt with lots of male narcs as well, and that's a good point. So I am going to speak on this subject of male narcissists because both are everywhere, believe it or not, and I still deal with both here and there. Something's going to pop up. I always catch myself in a situation where something like this happens, and it's just like this get the fuck away from me type of vibe that I have towards these people. They suck the energy out of you. It's like you have so much more life force than these individuals. They don't know how. I honestly think it's funny. Not to pick on them or nothing like this. I think the whole situation is funny. What they do, not how they feel. I don't want anybody to feel bad. I'm not praying that the narcissists suffer. I could care less, to be honest. But I just think the whole situation is funny of what they actually try and do, which is suck the energy and the life force out of you, thinking that you're not going to know what they're actually doing. And you know what? When you don't have a lot of experience with these individuals, it's exactly what happens. But I have enough experience and enough knowledge to this point that I know how to protect my energy, and I know when things like this are even happening, and like I get away from the situation as fast as possible. And it's like I know what's happening right away. I know exactly what's happening whenever it's happening, and I do my best to get away from those situations, away from these individuals, because I have a lot more life force than these people. And it's like they have such a hard time to develop life force within themselves that they have to do this to other people, because it's like like I said, they don't know how to gain more energy, to get more confident, all these things, you know what I mean? It's crazy. But anyways, male narcissists, how to spot them, what they do, who they are, things like this. And you will catch a lot of these individuals in gyms. There's definitely some at the gym that I go to, and some of these individuals can be nice at times, but you just know something's up. And no, I'm not saying all guys that go to the gym that I go to are narcs, because that is a lie. I also have friends that we laugh, we joke around all the time. We both have empathy. We are both woke. We know what's going on in this world. We know who the haters are in the gym. That's exactly what it is. So I just feel male narcs, they're hater type of people that literally cannot hide to save their lives. They're energy suckers that cannot hide that to save their lives. They're envious of you, everything you have, everything you work for, everything you are. They're envious and they're jealous of just the energy that you carry as a person, because they wish they could have that, but they don't have it because they don't know how to have it. Male narcs are also known for being more physically abusive because they're a male, obviously, other than women. Women are more emotionally manipulative, but I think that's so much, I shouldn't say it's so much more dangerous, but I just think it can be more dangerous because you're being completely fooled whenever a male narc could pop out in your face, and it's just like the situation is there. And yes, they can be very dangerous if they wake up and choose violence, you know what I mean? But women, on the other hand, they can lead you down so many dark paths and dark roads by psychologically manipulating the fuck out of you. And that shit sucks. And that shit could never happen to me ever again. It literally cannot happen to me. I know what this is. I'm too far ahead by now. And I know that. And I felt They try to get me whenever I was at my weakest points, and they have nothing on me whenever I am strong in my frame. And yes, we all have times of weaknesses. This is whenever they're going to strike the most, is whenever you are at your weakest. This is whenever you're going to get caught up with these individuals. So you have to gain that strength within yourself and isolate and become strong again, and you're not going to attract them anymore. With that being said, when it comes to male narcs, they can also be very manipulative, but I don't think nearly as bad as women, to be honest, if I'm being honest, you know. Some women will say otherwise. They'll say, no, you have no idea how cunning and manipulative they are. I hear what you're saying, but clearly you don't understand either how cunning and manipulative women are, because that's all they do. And I'm talking about the female narcs, not women in general. But that's what they're known for. Male narcs are known for being more overt, being more open, being more aggressive, in your face type people, like screaming and yelling. And there is women like this too, but I just believe the more physical, dominant, abusive male narcs are in that category, in the physical, dominant, abusive category. There's more women in the emotionally manipulative, sort of covert type of narcissist style, where they're going to feed on weaker people and use them up basically until they're dead. And they, if they could, they would get these strongest people and suck every bit of life force out of them, but it's so hard for them to get healthy people. Even whenever I was at my weakest, I still knew enough that they couldn't take me down certain paths and certain roads. I would always catch on to what was happening. Even whenever I was at my worst, I started to catch on to this shit and did not stoop down to their low-ass levels of life, because that's exactly where they are. They are so screwed up, it's not even funny. And if you don't want your life screwed up, you have to get away from these individuals at all costs, because it will screw your life up. You are who you're around. You are who you hang with. You are what you want to be. If you want to be better, you have to have that mindset, and you literally have to do things to get better. If you're so hard up for love, if you're so hard up for all this fairy tale bullshit, be my guest. Go down that road, but I guarantee you, you are going to attract a narc. Being hard up for love is never a good thing. You should be hard up to love your own self. Because if you're not that, you are screwed. Trust me, you're going to attract a narc, because narcs are hard up for love. If you are hard up for love, you're going to get with a narc. If you're hard up to love yourself, you are going to attract somebody else who is hard up, that loves themselves. And the funny thing is, there's not a lot of people who is doing this nowadays, but people are starting to catch on. The information is getting out there. I really do see the world getting better, and I also see all these narcs staying right down there, doing what they do. None of them love themselves. They're looking for somebody else to love them. Vice versa. Both parties are doing this. It's a toxic match. They don't understand real life. They don't understand how things really work. And that's what you have to do. Being alone is nothing more than a blessing. If you're alone, you are ahead of all these other people that are codependent. Just to say, you were on a different level. So congratulations. Don't think just because you're in a relationship, you're all of a sudden cool, and you're not toxic just because you're in a relationship. You know how many codependent people are out there, miserable as fuck, unhappy, unfulfilled? So many. And you know how many people that are just off on their own path that are so much happier? And you know how many people who was in healthy relationships who was so much happier, where both people in the healthy relationship are doing their own thing? This is what it comes down to. Two independent people that form bonds and stay that way. They don't start becoming codependent. They stay independent. They stay themselves. They don't get sucked into each other's energy. They make sure both of their energies are on point. And this is what it is. This is what health is. It's not healthy to be dependent on somebody else, to be insecure and all this bullshit. So, and you know what? A lot of us were raised like that. I was raised like that. There were certain options I had whenever I was a younger kid that it's like, I have these options right now, I'm dating these girls right now and I don't want to lose them, and it started to make me codependent. Because like I have something really good right now and I do not want to lose it. That's a fear-based mindset. I had a fear-based mindset and I fixed that. I fixed it from going through all this hell that I was put through. I felt like a puppet. And at the same time, I even felt on a different level than these people that I was dating, which is why it would piss me off whenever things wouldn't go my way. But it's like these things had to happen so I could really be that person who I knew I was. And it's exactly what happened. And it's exactly what will happen to you guys if you do that exact same thing. It doesn't matter what you think you deserve. You're going to get who you are. And you might not become who you are. So you might not get what you deserve. So if you want to get what you deserve, become who you really are. Right? Correct. So I just want to end this video with the topic of this title that I chose to do. So when it comes back to male narcissists, and we'll end it at this, they're physically abusive. They are more overt, but there are covert ones out there too, so don't get it twisted, don't get it wrong. There are some of those out there. And what the fuck else do they do? They're haters. They're jealous. They're envious. They're all these things. Like so bad that they can't even hide it. There's no problem with being, you know, somebody might have something that you like and you don't have it or something like this. It might slightly make you just a little bit jealous. That's nothing. That's nothing. These people are literally so mad. They can't hide it. It's normal for every single person to feel a little bit of jealousy towards something or some situation, right? But to be so jealous to the point where it makes you so mad and furious at somebody else, that's just not normal behavior. That's very messed up. These people have serious problems that they are not, you know, they're not going through it. They're staying stuck. They're just miserable as hell. It's very, very toxic. These people are dangerous. These people are out to take and rob your life however they can to bring you down to where they feel. And if you don't want to go down there, you have to eliminate these people for good. So I basically explained what this is, guys. Male narcissist 101. That's what it is. That's what it is for you. So those are just the basic things that I see in male narcissists. And I'm going to cut the video short here because I have another one to do, and I'm going to get to the next topic. I will be back.